Hi everybody, I hope that you're fine. I know that we are living again like these intense and difficult times for the last weeks, months, for years, for many of us, especially the last years and a half. So let me start by saying that you are doing an amazing job, so don't give up, okay? Right, so I decided to start this series that I'm going to call Biodecoding 101 because I think it's important that everybody know what this is and that we all give the importance to our body that it deserves. And you know that this is what I practice apart from shadow work and quantum healing. And remember that my background is naturopathy, but you know, through the years, this is what I resonate the most with. So the reason why I love biodecoding is because it just goes to the root cause of whatever illness, health issue, or like even patterns that are, you know, happening in front of you are happening. And then when we get there, there is no reason for the body to keep manifesting the illness or health issue or the pattern that you are seeing, because once it's healed and released, there is no reason to keep it. So, it's actually, like, to put this in plain terms, another healing technique, healing therapy, but the difference between this one and other healing techniques that, you know, are out there, and of course, you know, sometimes you resonate with one, another time with another, so all good, but the difference with this one and the rest is that it's not me telling you, you know, like, yeah, you have this in your body, you have these symptoms, it's because ... and then what you can do is blah blah blah. No. So what happens here is that the client is the one telling me why they are having the issue that they are having. Okay, so what I do is just facilitate the healing process and the listening and the understanding and the connection between the client and themselves. So I think that this is massively important, because when people are telling you from the outside something, it's like you are relying in this external source. So first of all, you are just giving your power away just because, you know, doing this. I'm not saying that this is not, you know, good or anything, no. I'm just, you know, making you conscious of this is what is happening. So the main point here is that all of us have the healing powers within ourselves. It's just that because of society and, you know, the system, whatever, we have been like taught like not to listen to our bodies and to get more and more disconnected from ourselves. So but eventually we are going to get there, and it's 100% okay asking for help. We definitely need each other. It's really difficult to get into what is really happening within you without help. So I think I have said this before, but maybe I haven't, so just in case, since I also practice with myself and helping my clients shadow work, I can tell you that there is this level of the subconscious where, because it's painful and very uncomfortable and not nice, you have all these levels of protection within yourself that are not going to allow you to get there. So this is why it's important having each other, okay? And asking for help and doing this with someone who knows what they are doing. And you'll know, because it's like your resonance, you'll know this is the one or not. But getting back to what I was, so it's yeah, when someone is telling you you have that, you know, until, well, do you really resonate with what they are saying? You know, is this really powerful? Maybe sometimes it is. It was for me, you know, for the last year, so probably it's the same for you. But after practicing and experiencing this, I can tell you that the most powerful thing that we have is when the messages are coming from within. Not from someone else telling you this is what it is. No, just from within. So biodecoding allows the person to get there and to know themselves why they have what they have, okay? So how do we do this? Well, we do this because like we have some protocols, but of course I'm using like the other skills that I have, you know, if it's going to benefit the client. But yeah, it's like through these protocols that we actually get there. Where do we get? To yourselves. Why to yourselves? Okay, so from your mind, from your conscious mind, like from the ego perspective, which we know it's there like to protect you and to help you survive. But from here, you don't get here, okay? You don't. So it's good because having an understanding about something and why this thing is happening, it's amazing, okay? And it helps you to the process, but it's not something that you are actually, you know, feeling and knowing. So one thing is, because there is like a difference there, one thing is when you know, but you know from your mind, and another thing is when you know, like you feel it, like there is no doubt that you felt that and you know it. It's like so powerful. This only happens when we really tune into ourselves, into our emotions, and into the body, okay? So the biodecoding allows you to get to the memory of your cells in the precise moment where something happened to you, and this is the reason why through the years you are developing something and you are seeing that, you know, in your body, in your life, whatever. So it's something that we can call a program if you want to, just for the sake of understanding. So it's not either that, you know, you get there and you are telling me, yeah, I think that something happened between the age of 1 and 3. No. Every single part of the body has a specific message. So really pay attention to this. It's not random why you are having something on your hand or, I don't know, in your bones. This is not random. It's not random either that it's happening on your shoulder or that this is happening inside your mouth. It's not random. So I'm very happy to do this because we are going to be honoring our best friend, and this is our body. So our body knows the exact things that happen to us and the exact way to help the body and ourselves to keep in as much balance and harmony as possible. So all the processes that are happening, they have like a reason to be. So I hope that you enjoy this series as much as I am explaining and sharing all this to you. So during a specific time and moment in your life, something happened to you. And let me share here as well that maybe sometimes it's not even coming from you. It could be actually coming from your parents or from your ancestors, because remember that biodecoding also includes the work into transgenerational, and it's really likely that this happened to you if you manifested something like a health issue since you were born and the age of 8, okay? Because you know, guys, at that time, like, we are children, we haven't developed, you know, anything yet. Like this, the whole body is growing, and it's very likely that if something happened to you at that age, wasn't, you know, coming from you, but from the family tree, or yeah, probably from the family tree. And remember that this could be something as well that happened while you were within your mom's tummy, okay, or even like in the moment of conception, you know. So I'm just putting that there, but I won't get more like I won't get deeper into that, not today. So, but this could be anyway. So yeah, you didn't have the capacity, you know, to fully make sense of what is happening. And then our bodies are, as children, you know, are like so small, so tiny, and because we are just developing. So most 90% probably of the health issues that we are manifesting are not coming from just now, like boom, I'm just here. And most of them are really coming from, you know, the childhood or before. Why? Well, because we don't have the capacity to make sense of what is happening, and also the body is like really small, and it can take, you know, all these intense emotions. Like imagine just now as adults, when a situation like really tragic situation is happening, and not even tragic because it depends of everybody's perception. So even for someone that something is really small, you know, for another one this is something really important, okay? So just imagine how you feel sometimes just by something that your friend has said or something that has happened at work, and the intensity, like if you are in touch with your emotions, okay, and truly honest with yourself, the intensity of, you know, what is happening. Like this person said that, and wow, you know, all the anger and frustration and disappointment that all of a sudden I'm feeling, and you know how intense that is, and how we have learned, and we just learned that we still do it, to cope with all these situations, not to feel the emotions because they are like really uncomfortable. So how we have been suppressing, denying and disowning and rejecting them, okay? And most people will keep doing this until they die, because this is actually an uncomfortable and, you know, difficult thing to do for most of us, like to be 100% honest with what we are feeling and allowing all this to be felt in the body, because for most of us it wasn't safe to feel any of these emotions. Anyway, so if for us as adults it's so difficult to feel all this, just imagine for a little child, you know, how any situation can be, you know, felt. So for example, like you are, I don't know, 2 years old, and your dad leaves you alone because, you know, someone is ringing the door and he has to go downstairs because, you know, they need something. You don't have any of these explanations or understanding. You are only seeing that all of a sudden you are left alone and your dad is not there. And we know that we have this, as children, this attachment, you know, to the adults because they are our protectors, right? So all of a sudden he's not there. This is a trauma. This is really something that is massive, you know, for a child to feel. It doesn't mean that this is a trauma for every child. Maybe for some of them it's not, but I'm just saying, because I think I've said this before, it doesn't have to be anything traumatic like a car accident and you are there and, you know, whoever is there with you is dying. No, it doesn't have to be that. It can be something like, you know, what I just said, okay? So all of a sudden, like, this is like so huge to feel, that for most of us the body starts this protection mechanism so that you are able to somehow keep alive and somehow like to keep living in where you are and to keep you protected. Okay, so the moment that this or something else happens, there is a message that starts in your cells, in your body, because your body is all that time with you, so your body knows. So it starts this message with all these emotions, and we call this like a program. Okay, so a program that will allow you to be able to cope with a situation, okay, not understanding what's going on and being able like somehow to feel it, you know, just to manage, like, to survive. Now, when this type of situation or like feelings keep happening during that time, that moment that started, you know, the program that started that specific time and day when your dad did that, is going to keep like progressing, and it's going to activate like some kind of chemical response within your system. So we are talking here about your nervous system and the rest of chemical system in your body as well. You are going to have that. Now, are you going to remember, I don't know, at the age of 12, wait a minute, yeah, I have felt this before. Oh, hold on a second. It was when my dad left that day just to help a neighbor downstairs, and I was 2 years old. No. Why? Because, again, we don't have the memory, you know, developed. You know, we are just growing, so we don't have any of this capacity, okay? But again, your body knows. Now, what I'm saying is that if during the years, you know, this type of situation with these feelings, so it doesn't have to be your dad leaving you and you feeling such and such. No, it's just the same type of chemical response that you have when you have these feelings or thoughts and beliefs. So the cells of our body have all the information stored within them, right? And this is where we need to reach in order to fully release and undo the program that was created in the first place with all this good intention, which was just to help us to deal with something that was very traumatic and very intense, and to help us survive in that moment in time. So maybe this type of situation, not that living, but you know, the same type of me feeling this way and me having this belief about that and me thinking this about whatever, and then the body, you know, with the chemical reactions that are associated to that, has been repeated, you know, through the years, and eventually this is what is going to activate that first program that was installed, you know. Or it could also be that you never experience anything like that again, and you will never know that you had that, you know, program installed within you, and you are just going to die, and you know, that's it. But for most of us, this is not what happens at all, and we just keep, or we get, you know, living something similar. Remember, guys, that law of attraction has a role here as well, because the moment that you are seeing something outside you, and because I'm seeing this, you know, I am feeling this way, it's going to create this type of self feeding cycle, which is that now I'm feeling this way, and then I am going to see this outside, and this thing outside is going to make me feel this way, and so this is the same, and this is the loop. So just now all these loops are really trying to clear out of your body and to be seen, to be felt, and to be healed, and to be released. So because of the protocols that we use, I am able to help you, and I have experienced the same, and I am experiencing myself, when I'm having this therapy done to me, okay? We are going to be able to reach the exact moment where all this started. Okay, so what happens when we are experiencing a trauma or something that we are perceiving as a trauma? Remember that all parts of the body are registering this, and this is coming from our senses, meaning that with the same example, that leaves and I'm alone or I'm abandoned, whatever, my eyes are actually registering, like it was daylight or nighttime or whatever. The same with my brain. The smell, that they, I don't know, maybe there were cookies baking in the oven. So my nose and this part of the brain is registering this as well. And the same, with the rest of the senses. So this is why sometimes just by smelling, like cookies, all of a sudden we are going to get back to this first time moment where we were experiencing this. And all of a sudden we don't even know, we don't remember. This is what happened. We just all of a sudden have a feeling of, I'm feeling abandoned, or like I'm feeling frustrated, and we don't know why. Well, this is why. So we need to pay attention to that and remember this, because every part of the brain, the body, and the senses are registering the info. This is why I love this healing technique as well, because we are working in all these levels of ourselves. So the brain, the body, the energy, and the emotions, okay? So it's everything there, and of course the beliefs and the thoughts that we have on that. So this is why it's really important to tune into the body and to listen to the body. And this is why we need each other, because it's really difficult to do this on your own. Again, because you have all these protection levels for yourself to not get into the pain and into these uncomfortable emotions, which is very understandable, but this is what's going on. And well, one of the things that people ask me is like, how did you get into this? How did you start? And thing is, do you know Louise Hay? So actually I got that book, You Can Heal Your Life. No, You Can Heal Yourself. Like when I was like 19 or 18 years old, and I've been always into like spiritual growth, and I was into naturopathy as well. So it was just it made sense what she was saying in that book. So what is that book about? It's like a dictionary, okay? And she would be sharing something like pain in the hands, for example, meaning there's something in your life that it's difficult to grasp for you, and next to it there is an affirmation. I allow myself to live any experiences that life is bringing me with joy. Something like that. I'm making this a little bit up, okay? But something like that. You can find that book probably online. But this is what came to me. And with the pass of the years, I went as well into the shadow work, and quantum healing, because everything we know it's energy, and the quantum physics and such and such. I won't get into that either today. But then, I think that biodecoding just has all these. We can call it biodecoding, we can call it another name, okay? Thing with this is that it connects everything, and it allows us to get to that root, and it includes everything as well, which is what I believed always, like everything is connected. All of us are connected, at least into the energetic level, soul level as well, but we won't get very deep into that today. But everything is connected, so this is what made more sense to me. So if you want to start to understand more your body, why don't you have a look into Louise Hay's body, because I think this is really simple, and it goes to the point, just to start to have an understanding about all this. But say that I always keep, and in biodecoding we do this as well, leaving the field open, because we are all individuals, meaning that in general maybe hands mean this for most of us, like grasping things in life plus others, but maybe for someone in particular, when they are having a health issue in the hands, it means something else. So this is why it's important to keep the field open. Now, are we making this up? No. So biodecoding is based on new German medicine, and this doctor called Dr. Hammer. So you are welcome to research that too. And it's actually scientist based. Like, it's not that, we are saying, let's do this protocol and let's work with the hand, and all of a sudden, just because I'm saying it or they are saying it, maybe you start getting better. No, there's actually like all this database with all these cases proving that through these protocols, people got better. Yes, this makes sense, because the moment that you are working with energy and are releasing energy and the whole thing, energy just transforms, so it doesn't need to get like stuck in the body, or the trauma, like nothing. So then the whole thing just flows, right? So you are welcome to have a look on that too. So it is based on that, on new German medicine, okay? And I love that too, because I don't like, just firstly for myself, yes, I also am into the path of intuition and, spiritual and all that. But at the same time, especially, if I'm working with people, I don't like that you guys believe me just because, no. I like that you do, because you are resonating with it, and because you actually can have a look on all these and to see it, for yourself. Okay? So, I'm planning to do like more episodes into this, but it's going to be more about, how all this starts within the body and specific health issues. So I'm going to be sharing all this. So please, guys, if you want me to talk about a specific illness, just write it on the comments, or if you would like to know something else, or if you have questions, write it on the comments as well, or just get in touch with me, because I'm always happy to talk and to meet new people and to help you in your healing journey. So this is going to be all for today, and I hope that this was helpful, and I'm going to send you a really big hug and my best wishes until we see each other again.